Hey geeks, welcome to CompleteGeekRadio.com's On the Comic Edge. I'm Edge, bringing you this little webcast idea. They're going to be short episodes. I'm going to bring you 3 comics every episode that I felt were noteworthy in some reason for being really good, really bad. Could be a single splash page for whatever, for whatever reason. But it's going to be worth your time because our show is worth your time, and I'm worth your time, and I'm worth my time. And you're worth my time. See how this all works. Anyway, okay, so we're getting on with it. Uncanny X-Men 532, Quarantine, Part 3. Fraction and Gillen can do no wrong at this point. I am loving this whole story. It's actually more than one. First off, you have Quarantine, which is the whole synthetic viral outbreak on Utopia. And you have the PR nightmare that creates, and you have them trying to settle in to San Francisco, and then there's Sublime comes out of nowhere, and he has his own little he created a drug that gives people superpowers, but it's incredibly addictive, and he has all these affluent teenagers trying it out, and he's his own little X-Men, and it's all kinds of craziness. The second story is kind of a jailbreak story. Sebastian Shaw, Emma Frost believes he's too dangerous to hold on to. So Emma Frost, Phantom X, and Kitty Pryde, who can walk around now because she has a containment suit that keeps her from phasing right through the planet, it breaks him out, and things go awry when it seems... I don't think Phantom X really read up about Sebastian Shaw. He absorbs kinetic energy. You don't drop him from 10,000 feet. Bad things happen. Anyway, read it. It's very, very awesome. Next up, you have The Flash 9. Edge, you're reading a Flash comic? Yes, I'm reading a Flash comic. The Road to Flashpoint. See this right here? Jeff Johns... Francis Manapool. It's not a bad comic. I've never really liked the Flash. I've always wanted them to really elaborate on what the Speed Force is. Get into the nitty gritty about that. Don't leave it so vague. It bothers me. And the character kind of seems a little one-dimensional sometimes. On the other hand, you have almost every Green Lantern, except for Jon Stewart. I'm not a huge fan of Jon Stewart, but almost every Green Lantern out there has an interesting backstory. Hal Jordan, Guy Gardner, Rayner. They all have something interesting going on, something that makes them a multi-level character. Barry Allen. I don't know. I need to be sold on this character. And the last page of this comic doesn't sell me on this character, and it doesn't sell me on this whole Flashpoint thing. From what I've read on wikis, it's going to be a hard sell. But I'm going to keep trying because people keep telling me that this is worth my time. I want to like it. I want to be excited for Flashpoint. Help me out. Write me at edge@CompleteGeekRadio.com, or leave a message on the YouTube page. Like it, favorite, subscribe to it. Yeah? Alright, cool. The last one, Vamp was going on and on about in our last issue of Complete Geek Radio. She was going on and about Spawn 200. And we had a thing. And I'm like, sell me on it. And she didn't. She kept sort of sidestepping it. It was weird. So I decided, I'm just going to go and pick it up. So I did. And it's thick. That's a thick comic. The art, it's all done by Todd McFarlane. Is creator, writer, layouts, pencils, and inks. That's a lot of work. So I'm just going to say this is a Todd McFarlane product. It looks great. I mean, it cuts along very interesting lines. There's a lot of action going on. The colors could be a little bit better. I think the colors could be a little bit more vibrant, but just make sure I got it. Okay, cool. But there's not a lot of impact. I mean, there's a lot of fighting going on, but there's not a lot of boom impact. You know, I want to feel that punch. I want to feel those bones break. It has to be a visceral thing, and it's not. I don't know. The story, nothing climactic, from what I can understand, happens in this comic. There's this blah thing about Al Simmons giving rise to a new kind of hellspawn called an Omega. You know, real original, Todd. There's a bunch of stuff being thrown about. There's a few splash pages. I don't know. I don't know. And then there's this whole dialogue thing that this new guy has with Al Simmons, who's not supposed to be alive. I don't really get why I should care. You know, I didn't particularly enjoy the comic. It was thick. There was a lot of dialogue that I read. I understood. I had to go on a few wiki pages to find out what was going on, but it's just, there's no punch. There's no punch to it. That was bothering me. So I was happy to put it down, and I don't think I'm going to be picking up 201. Can I recommend it? Look, if you're a huge Spawn fan, and I said on the show, I was a huge Spawn fan. They dropped the ball. I left. I came back. I peeked my head in, see what was going on. And I trust Vamp's, her opinion and mine. They gel relatively well most of the time. I am 100% saying no. This is not a good comic to pick up if you don't already like Spawn. No matter what she says. Is it a good collector item? Really? I mean, there's how many different covers on this? I saw 3, and I almost vomited. Why? Why should I care? Someone tell me why I should care. So yeah, that's it. Anyway, like, favorite, comment, do all that good stuff. I want to hear from you, because if you're watching this, you want to hear from me. I wouldn't know why. So yeah, have fun. Keep reading.